It's now tradition that every time Marc van der Gijs is in the Netherlands, and of course we have a Bitcoin conference coming here, and then he normally shows up, that I ask him, hey, what's going on in the Bitcoin world and the crypto world? So just got a little update, small conversation. Let's see how he's doing and what he thinks is going to happen. Mr. van der Gijs, this is a nice tradition. I think one of the last times you were on a plane going up. And
that was a while ago, yeah.
That was really fun. We had a nice, so we always these nice interviews. But now you're in Amsterdam for 2 more days, I think. And 2 more days. Tell us, what are you up to? Where do you live now? What do you do?
I mostly live in Singapore these days. My kids go to school there, so I want to spend more time there. And I travel the world. It's basically meeting people in person all over the world. Talking to people about AI, about crypto.
Crypto and AI?
Yeah, I mean, those are the 2 most important topics for me at this point. It's,
What about your CO2 passion, which you were doing, which was last time I interviewed you?
Yeah, so I mean, I sort of lost trust in society willing to do anything to stop climate change. We invested $1 million in climate aid to help solve, the climate crisis. But the thing is, it's lots of work, lots of money, but nobody really wants to do anything. Corporates don't want to do anything. Governments don't want to do anything. So I sort of...
Everybody's waiting for each other, because I see on the other hand, everybody's promising this and promising that and making commitments here, making commitments there. But on the floor, where you try to do some kind of a CO2 credit company, that's really hard?
It's hard. It's hard to raise money for it. That's the biggest issue, actually. And I don't want to put too much of my own more money in it. So we're winding it down, slowly winding it down. I want to focus on other things. I just don't see that we can do anything. We're past the point of no return for the climate crisis.
Oh, okay. So
I'm very negative. Yeah.
So now you're preparing yourself for dealing with higher temperature, because in Singapore it's hot there, right? Yeah. I mean, here if we have 2 degrees more, we don't care. It's wonderful in Holland, but in Singapore it's hot.
It's getting too hot. It's too hot to really do anything during daytime. The other thing is, the storms are getting much worse there, and that's I'm a big sailor. I recently lost my radar on my boat because of a sudden storm. It's crazy. It's like we've never seen that before. My captain was saying, like, he's Indonesian. He said he's never seen this before. That the weather can change literally in 5 minutes. So things are changing fast. And I sort of gave up. I don't think it's going to go. I mean, the climate's going to keep changing, and we can't stop it anymore. So it's now about preparation. I mean, as humanity, we will survive, but it's not going to be great for everyone.
Gosh, okay, cool. Well, I basically went to El Salvador and did 5 days of sailing, and there was a huge storm. It was about 25 knots or something like that, and I was just like a baby, just being sick. I've been 60 hours sick because the weather was horrible near Nicaragua. You're also going to El Salvador. What are you going to do?
Next year, I'm going to go there, looking at some potential business opportunities. First of all, looking at Bitcoin, of course, what's really happening there, what is what you read in the media correct or not, but also looking at potentially buying some land there and maybe doing something, setting up some sort of a place for Bitcoiners potentially to get out
rest.
To rest. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. It's all an idea at this point. We don't know. We'll find out.
Sounds like a cool idea. Okay, let's talk about the Bitcoin world. What state are we in at the moment?
Well, we're still in a band between basically 60 and 70,000 right now. We're actually between 50 and 70.
Between 50 and 70.
Yeah, 50 and 70. Once we break out of this, I think we're still going to see fireworks. But the question is when we're going to break out of it. Okay. I mean, we have a number of things happening in the world that are very positive. Interest rates are going down finally, which is great. Liquidity is still going up. I mean, the US keeps on printing, but also some risks. I mean, what's going to happen with Israel and Iran? What's going to happen with the US elections? Who's going to win, and what does it mean for the world? So still some question marks. But I think long-term things are looking pretty good.
Yeah, so analyze because you always said, hey, the moment that Bitcoin becomes acceptable, and that is legislation. We do that in Europe, right? We have MiCAR. The crazy Americans just do it by suing. But how is it for normal capital? You know, which is like 1,000 times bigger than the Bitcoin world. How is it to get into the Bitcoin world and the crypto world?
Well, it's much easier than it was a year ago because of the Bitcoin ETFs, which is a major difference. I mean, it's becoming normalized. It's becoming accepted. I mean, the fact that companies like BlackRock and Fidelity have ETFs mean that Bitcoin is there. It's becoming mainstream. It still takes time to be implemented, but a lot of the investment advisors in the US who are investing the retail money on behalf of other people are deploying a little bit of money, a small percentage.
The wheels are greasing.
Yeah,
wheels are greased slowly.
And the thing is, really, once a bull market really starts, once we break out, get a new all-time high, I think you could be surprised what's really going to happen. Everybody suddenly wants a little bit more exposure to it.
Yeah, and then it's easier to get the normal money in. The roads, the tracks are now done. So and there's legislation in at least one continent. Yeah, how is it in Asia?
Yeah, I mean, lots of legislation as well. It's clearer for sure than it is in the US. I mean, the US is a big problem. I mean, I would never ever set up a company in the US, not a crypto company at least, because you simply don't know what's going to happen. At least in Singapore, you know what you can do, you cannot do. In Europe, to a certain extent as well, I guess. It's more harder, I guess, in Europe.
It's developing now. The rules are there, but nobody knows how to interpret it yet. So there's an unclear, for 1 or 2 years we'll have uncertainty and everybody will... But in general, it will be more accepted.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So that's in terms of liquidity and how much money can get into it. What will determine? We had the halving. We just had it. It didn't have much influence. When do you expect the next bull run? What will cause it? What will trigger it?
Nobody really knows. I mean, that's the thing. It's the market, right? The moment you least expect it, it happens. I mean, I'm always very positive, and
you are.
I will always remain positive, but it always takes longer than you think. It's.
No idea.
Well, I mean, look, I still think this Q4 we should see new all-time highs for sure. Maybe even 100K, but it depends. Look, if Trump doesn't win, it's going to be much harder. If Trump wins, it gets much easier. If Iran, Israel, doesn't get any worse, it goes much faster. But if there's a war suddenly, it's going to take another month, 2 months.
Okay.
I mean, it's all about the market doesn't want to have uncertainties, and right now there are too many uncertainties. But on the other hand, there's so much money coming in that eventually, will break out and will break out big time.
Okay, but it's damn hard to predict. I have all kinds of AI robots to basically do that with my Diamond Picks company. So, but then even there, you go like, why did you decide to step out, Mr. Robot? And this AI robot basically says, oh, I have all kinds of stoplights. It's now orange. It now becomes red. I'm just stepping out. It's going and we're getting out. But it's hard to find out how these AI robots trained on all kinds of data, why they take the decision that they take decisions. So it's really interesting. You're always a great Bitcoin maximalist, and now in terms of dominance, Bitcoin is doing fantastic. How do you look at Solana, Ethereum, and are there any other coins you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm a huge Solana fan actually, since about a year, and I am more and more convinced that Solana will outperform Bitcoin over the next year or years. I don't think Solana is going to be something that may be around in 10 years, or you never know. It could be huge in 10 years, but potentially it won't be there anymore. If you look at Ethereum, launched about 10 years ago, did pretty well for years, but now it's just, not going anywhere. I feel the developer community is not as strong anymore as before. The real innovators are at Solana. So, the digital silver, it's changing from Ethereum to Solana, I feel. But it could eventually go from Solana to
It is much faster.
else.
The costs are much lower. So if you want to do something useful, Solana is a very good platform.
Yeah, the layer 1 for Solana is much better than the layer 1 for Ethereum. Ethereum really depends on the layer 2 solutions. But you see the innovations happening on Solana. That's really where things are happening. The Solana phone is amazing in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Do you have one?
I ordered the Seeker, which comes out next year. Ordered it 9 months ago. I mean, you're just going to make money on the airdrops already. But it's going to be it's a Web3 native crypto phone, which doesn't exist yet. You know, it's finally something that
Solana phone. What do you already have it?
I ordered it 9 months ago, and it was now announced at Solana Breakpoint 2 weeks ago in Singapore that it's coming out next year. So it takes time.
And what does it do?
It's a basically Web3 crypto native phone. But it means it's a phone that's outside the Apple ecosystem. So you know, a new app store without 30%.
And outside Google.
And outside Google. It's an Android based phone basically. Yeah. But it's a hardware wallet, so you know your ledger is basically on your phone. That's easy, but it's Web3 native. So for example, you can share the data that you want to share. For example, if you wear an Aura ring that registers your sleep and your steps and whatever, in theory you can share it with the community, and they can use it anonymized and pay you for using it. So basically, you can generate more data for AI to train it on using this phone as an example. But basically, it's just a whole new ecosystem of Solana apps that are being built. And I think it's going to be great for the Solana ecosystem.
Okay, at least you can pay for apps with Solana.
With Solana,
okay. So we'll see how that goes next year. Hey, then of course on Bitcoin, the Lightning. I mean, that is potentially something which will fix the biggest problem of Bitcoin, the expensive, very few transitions. So how is that now?
Yeah, assuming Bitcoin will be used for payments in the future, right? I'm not so sure if that's really going to be happening or whether it's really going to be the stable coins or something else. I don't know. I mean, Lightning, I'm still an investor in Lightning Labs. I've been an investor since 2016.
Takes a while, eh?
It takes a while, yeah. I'm not sure if I should have put the money in Bitcoin instead, but I didn't really do it to make money. I did it to support the system.
Lightning, yeah.
And I mean, Lightning is working well. I mean,
I think it's about 1/3 of the transactions now. Eh? So I mean, it should be 30 times the amount of transactions. Because the costs are low, it's fast. I mean, what's holding it back?
Yeah, people don't know how to use it. It's Bitcoin is too hard for many people already. Lightning is a step harder. You need simple wallets to easily pay. That's all you need, and it doesn't really. You don't really see it yet.
Okay.
It's I mean some wallets have it, but
so that's not the next. That's not the next thing. I mean, I was looking forward to see how that would develop. So Solana is positive, Ethereum not so much. Any other coins you're interested in?
Well, I play around with meme coins for fun. I mean, it's just you put a little bit of money in, and some do extremely well, and some you lose all the money on. But it's that's really for fun. It's more like gambling, and it's basically what you do is what I do at least. I go on Twitter, I follow certain people, see if they write about a certain coin. I put $500 in, and you might lose it all, or it goes.
Any useful applications for crypto that you see? Did you say, hey, it really? I mean, we have the financial system, we have all these things. I mean,
the most useful thing for crypto is literally that AI needs crypto. So if AI agents will really become important, and AI agents will become important, they need crypto to pay. They cannot get a bank account. So you don't want to give your credit card to an AI either, because I don't know what they're going to do with it. So you want to have a wallet where there's $1,000 in there. If it really goes wrong, you lose $1,000, but not more than this. And you need crypto for this.
Okay. To have thousands and millions of accounts, you can get them with altcoins, and then and to easily do transactions at a very low cost and to minimize the risk.
Yeah.
So okay.
So I think that's super important. So that is. I mean, because AI is getting so important at the moment. I think that's a combination.
But AI will do everything, so it will be involved and in all kinds of different spaces, different busices.
Yeah, indeed. So it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And,
Do you already see something interesting? A company which is busy trying to do that with an agent-based solution? Because we all are waiting for these agents which are in the background doing all kinds of things for us. Not my AI robot is actually in my background managing my portfolio. So I have an agent, and it's actually a bunch of agents working together, because one is much more involved in, hey, when do I need to get out? The other one is when do I need to get in, and how should I distribute it between this? So MarkDiamondPicks.com is an agent solution for crypto and AI. But what other things do you see?
So there are a number of AI agent companies out there, but most of them really work with closed source software. So they work based on ChatGPT, for example, mostly ChatGPT. For me, the problem there is I don't want to upload all my emails to ChatGPT, because I simply don't trust Sam Altman. You know, some people don't trust Elon Musk. Many people don't trust him. But Sam Altman is next level. I mean, so no, I want an open source model where I decide what the model has access to, where I know what the model is trained on my data in this case. You know, so. Yeah, not your
Facebook,
not your model, Facebook, not your mind, is what I say, and that's really important. Yeah.
So Facebook, Llama 3.
Llama 3 could be it, yeah, but it's hard to use. There's no easy solutions of using it. I mean, ChatGPT is so easy, right?
I know.
You have the GPTs in there. You just click play, you're done.
Yeah, but 3.5 now has vision.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it has if it connects to the browser. You know, if it uses like
not sure
that we have to see that. Well, you can use it. Actually, it's forbidden in Europe. We're not allowed to do it. You have to go to the open source platforms where you can use it. I love my Llama glasses. My Llama glasses. I have Llama glasses, and I basically take pictures and videos and that kind of stuff. It basically, I went biking and I fell and it's broken, so I'm waiting for the repair. But I really carry. So Facebook is sort of acceptable again, right? I mean, the AI makes Facebook. Facebook is the only one who's doing open source and who's trying to share something with the community. They feel like they're a little bit more acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook is not a social media platform anymore. They're doing different things now. They are an AI company. That's what they've morphed into.
Yeah.
And that's where they're going to go to in the future. And I'm happy to see they're going after open source, because, you know, Google is not doing it. Well, OpenAI for sure is not doing it. Anthropic is not doing it. Perplexity is not doing it. So no, the big ones are not doing it, but at least Facebook is. Meta. Yeah.
Don't we have a French company who's doing it?
Yeah.
But anyway, they're the most serious. They're spending a bunch of money, and they want to kill all the other big players and make sure that they're not compatible. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Marc.
You're welcome.
Enjoy. Tomorrow at the CryptoCast, you're going to talk about this kind of stuff?
Yeah, also crypto and AI. That's the plan.
Okay. Good. Enjoy your trip back to Singapore. Hopefully see you there.
See you there. Okay.